Sup guys, this is Wombat here, and today we're gonna be doing a review of Beyblade Burst Wyvern Arm Massive. So, let's get started looking at all the different parts. I really gotta get better at doing intros for these. So up first is, Wyvern the Lair. Was top tier for defense. Some people still think it is top tier. I don't quite think it's up to standard. It's better for Neptune's better for burst defense, Wyvern's better for KO defense. But generally I find that if Wyvern gets beat up enough in the early match, it'll still burst anyways. A lot of people use Wyvern heavy revolve, Wyvern heavy defense. Yeah, it's an okay part. It's a good thing to just like benchmark KO attackers and burst attackers against. But most of my wyverns have pretty bad balance though. So if you get a really good balanced one, apparently it's pretty hard to beat. Like if you have one that has enough balance that can outspin Death Scyther or D2 or Neptune, then that's a pretty good wyvern that you have. Mine can't outspin D2, so yeah, mine is just bad, but if you have a good one then it's pretty good. But yeah, it's hard to KO sometimes, but it'll still get bursted if it gets beat up enough early in the battle, so it's a good layer to have. Oops, it's a good defensive layer. Oh yeah, the weight, ooh, I don't know. Mine are both like, I want to say 7.3 or something like that. It's pretty light. Armed. This is probably one of my favorite discs in Burst. It was overlooked for the longest time just because Brad was the first person to review it and he said that it was bad. But like Zoroast and a few other people found that like Armed was ridiculously hard to burst. So that makes it just really good at both burst attack and burst defense. I think down might be a little better. Like it bursted about the same amount and had a little more stamina than Armed. Like you would outspin Armed and also bursted the same amount. So it might be outclassed by down now, but Armed is still pretty good. The weight is 17.9 grams. Both of mine are a little bit heavier than that, but yeah, the reason it's so hard to burst is because of the shape, and it's pretty lightweight. So being light, it's easier to KO, but since more force is being directed at knocking the Beyblade back rather than twisting the layer, that means that it's harder to burst. And you can use Armed and, I mean, Armed is actually more of a burst attack, because like the goal is to burst things. Armed stamina isn't too great because it's so light and it's got a weird shape. So like you just want to finish the battle by bursting the opponent as ASAP as possible. So you're gonna want to use like Valkyrie, Armed, Yielding, Weight, Orbit, Needle if you're British. Yeah, some other burst attack driver. I used Claw for a while, but now I like Yielding and Weight and Orbit better now. So yeah, Armed is actually pretty useful. Definitely give it a shot if you want to give your combo more burst resistance. And finally, Massive. Massive is generally worse than defense. It's got more friction with the ground, so it's easier to burst. It also has less stamina than defense. It has some aggressive movement, so I guess you could use it for burst attack, but it's really not anything like Needle or Orbit or Weight can't do better. So Massive isn't really worth anything competitively. It's a pretty nice color though. So yeah. And overall, Wyvern Armed Massive is it a must buy? I mean, it comes with a string launcher, but the string launchers aren't that good. I'd recommend picking it up. I don't know if Wyvern's also in Random Booster 2, Wyvern Heavy Excel, and then there's the Defense and Stamina set, Wyvern Heavy Survive. But this also lets you get armed. So I mean, it's, if you want to pick up armed, it's a pretty solid purchase. Otherwise, if you're more of a heavy kind of guy, like most other people, then you're gonna want to pick up Random Booster 2, Wyvern, the red one, or the Defense and Stamina set. So yeah, this has been my review of Wyvern Armed Massive. And next time I'll actually be doing Trident, because that comes after Wyvern and the Random Booster, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.